Hello everyone. Let's talk about the UI again, and specifically the crew tab, as well as some of the options here, some changes we've made. Now, let's start off with the system box. We've decided to finalize our decision and go for this system box, the one with the one that's integrated into the frame, where it's its own part and has its own boxes and backgrounds. So it doesn't interfere with the auto fire button anymore. And here you can see it's like this. What's next is the different states we'll have for the option buttons. Interestingly, we decided to go for here's the diagram. Go for it being kind of like this, and a bit empty inside for the background when nothing is interacting with it. When you hover over it, you get this background. Here on the side, this is when you don't meet the requirements to click this option for the dialogue. So this is how they would look. And when put into place, it is kind of like this. So we have two versions for when nothing's happening, when it's idle, passive. One where the outline is darker. One where it's the same color as the scroll wheel. And this is what would happen if you hover and there'd be some sort of expanding and contracting animation when you click it. This is for if you don't meet the requirements. And sorry, I forgot to replace the text here, but they're all supposed to be like this one. And I decided to animate them, or at least see how it would look like in the actual game itself. So here we go. Let me show you what I've animated. And it's interactable. So once I start play, now let's say you're picking between the options and I want to click this one. Hover over it, it has it lights up the background, whether it's red or green. I still haven't figured out how to separate these two. For now, let's just imagine one of them is being interacted upon. So I hover over the button and then I click it and the entire UI disappears. So yeah, it's kind of like you choose your option, and when it's allowed, it disappears. Now let's say you can't pick that option. Sorry, yeah, just look at the red portion. Can't pick that option, it would shake and the UI wouldn't disappear, but because I haven't set it up yet, if you just look at the animation, there you go, it does a little shake from left to right. And yeah, I think this is a good example of how it would look like in practice for the actual game itself, coming from the diagrams, yeah, and ideas. Next up is I've reduced the lettering of the perks. So if you look at the perks for in general, sorry, let me quickly fix this one. Okay, so there you go. I've changed it and I've made it so that the perks have a shorter name to them. So it fits lots of parts of the UI. Here in the character tab, it's much shorter, gives more space for the actual UI itself. Next up is we've moved the character tab here. We're kind of reworking them, but right now it looks like this, where it's sticking towards the left side, kind of coming out from that side. And I've given, actually, I think it's best if I just show you the entire thing. Now, here, look at this. This is the character tab. And so far, I've divided it into parts of the perks, the items here, and then the crew members, which is similar to how we did it before. And let's zoom into one of them. Here you have the class and origin. We decided to go for one each. And then you have the name And then the profession, I think the rest are pretty self-explanatory. What else I've added is the type for the web items. So that could be added soon, where each item would have its own type. I've added space right there. Now, I'm not sure here with the pilot whether or not we'll leave the name in, because if we're looking at our inspiration, which is Teamfight Tactics here, over on this part, you see stuff is pretty it's similar. It's inspired. This part's supposed to be the profession, but yeah, I'm not sure if we should leave the name in or not. So here's how it looks without the name. I can change that real quick. We'll go and go to the profession and then take that off. So here's how it looks without the name for the profession, right? Like this. And I think this looks better in terms of readability. We've extended it horizontally, which gives more space for everything, especially for the perks here to breathe. Then one thing though is that we do have some empty space. The way Teamfight Tactics resolve this is that they'd have a specific picture that's already horizontally designed, and whatever's on the left side of this picture is not that important. So you would be looking at the perks. So that applies to most of it. Most of the attention is on the right side of the image. But for our sakes, I've just done it this way. And another thing is, I think it looks better if I extend the character's image all towards the health bar. So it kind of includes this portion as well. I've just added a little background behind them so it's easy for them to read. And yeah, overall, this is the what I have so far. Maybe we can have different variations where maybe this one is better, where the character, the origin and the classes, are kind of move upwards like this. So this is another possible way. But so far, I've made it as similar as possible to Teamfight Tactics. But enough about that. We have another version where this is 12 crew members, and I'll show you how it looks like, because there's more space when there's 9. So this is another possibility. As you can see here, it takes up less real estate on the screen. But yeah, I have both options here in case we want to see which is best. And I've also updated the way our dialogue system works, where it has boxes because they're also interactable. That's just a quick thing I wanted to say that I've added as well. And yes, that should be it for the stuff I've changed. Next up, just let me know if you want to make any changes or you have any new ideas for variations. Now, the next thing I'm going to work on is try to figure out, this is from the update, the last update video, or last update video. Figure out how we can kind of fit this new character UI into the main screen, since it's wider horizontally and we have to show the enemy side as well. This is kind of new to me, or I'm still trying to figure out how we can fit everything. So let me know if you have any ideas for that. And yes, that should be my update video for today. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you very much for listening, and see you next time. Bye.